Good morning, and happy Friday. And welcome to Relationship Communications Weekly Live. I'm Lisa DeToffel, your host, and today we're going to be talking about speaking engagements. That's our topic for today, okay? But before we dive in, Communications is a tactical and practical show that we do every week at the same time, every Friday morning at 10 a.m. So I hope that you will put that on your calendar and make a point to join us. And if you're watching us live, please do put in the comments where you're coming in from. And if you're watching us later, do put hashtag replay if you're watching this video later. I would love to hear where you're coming in from and your thoughts about our actual topic today after we're done. We are sponsored by Tiger Eye Solution. And at Tiger Eye Solution, we work with speakers, coaches, and professionals to help them grow their business. Tiger Eye Solution is a virtual assistant business that I own and operate, and currently we have a team of 11 expert virtual assistants on the Tiger Eye Solution team. I did mention to you in the past that we were going to be adding a new service. We have now done that, and I've added a new team member. Our new service is event planning, virtually and in person. So if you have any events coming up and you might need some assistance, let's have a conversation. We'd be happy to help you with that. So, of course, I'm the CEO of Tiger Eye Solution, and we love helping our clients also enjoy being the CEO of their business so they can focus more on what they love to do within their business. And we do this all virtually and in our online communities. But before we dive into our topic for today, which is a really great topic, and don't let it scare you by the title, it's really not a scary thing. But before we do that, I want to introduce myself. I know we have new people in our community. If you're not part of our Facebook community, head on over to Facebook and join Relationship Communications Facebook group. That is a place where you can network and meet other professionals, have one-on-ones or those coffee chats as we talk about often, and engage with each other and help support each other. So if you're not a part of that Facebook group, head on over there and join us. If you are watching us possibly on YouTube today, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will be notified every time that we do go live. So this was me about 5 years ago as a preschool teacher in the classroom. And I learned so much from working with the children. I was a preschool teacher for over 25 years, but this is the actual last classroom that I actually worked in about 5 years ago. And I learned a lot from being connected to those children, being their instructor and teaching those children, because the bottom line was building relationships with each of those children in the classroom. And yes, you do see another teacher there in the photo with me. There was 2 of us in the classroom. However, we did have to get to know each and every individual child. And there was 18 to 20 kids in the classroom. This is probably not all of them in this photo. But yeah, we had about 18 to 20 children in the classroom with 2 teachers. And we had to get to know each one of them individually, about them, their families, their backgrounds, and how they learn. Because every child is different, and every child's going to learn in a different manner. So we had to specifically learn their way of learning so that we could better teach them, because we want to teach them in a way that they're going to learn, right? And that comes from building relationships, which is what we do in relationship communications, right? We build relationships. So how do you build those relationships? You actually have to have conversations. As I did with these children, I had to have conversations on a regular basis to get to know them, to get to know what they like and how they learn, what they do at home. I mean, there's some things that I learned that, I probably shouldn't have been hearing, but that's okay. They want to share, they shared. And that was okay. I listened and did not speak of it afterwards. But anyway, building those relationships was the key ingredient there. And it's the same with you and your business. Building relationships is what's going to help move you forward and help you be successful. And that's why I created this community, Relationship Communications. It's a networking community. Networking can help you move your business forward. Meeting new people, having those one-on-one conversations or coffee chats, and learning about each individual person. And then also following up and staying connected to everyone that you meet. Okay. Now, everyone's not going to become your customer or client, but however, they can become a power partner because they're continuing to meet new people too. And they may meet a new person that actually could benefit from what you have to offer. So it's very, very important to continue to always be building those relationships. And if you are already a part of the Relationship Communications community, you need to be active in there, okay? Reaching out and trying to schedule one-on-one conversations with other members that's a part of the community. There's over 400 members in that Facebook group. That's a lot of people. And if you haven't had a one-on-one or a coffee chat with me, please reach out and let's get that scheduled. I would love to have a coffee chat with you so we can support each other, okay? And like I said, everybody's not going to be your customer or your client. However, you can be power partners and help support each other, right? Okay. This was in the beginning when I first started Tiger Eye Solution. I did take a training program in the very beginning and earned a certification in my area of specialization. So I'm actually a certified virtual expert after earning that certification. And in the beginning, I was a solopreneur. It was just me doing all the work and working with the clients of Tiger Eye Solution. However, after the pandemic, I wanted to help so many more people. So I decided to build a team. And I did. Like I said earlier, I have a team of 11 now. We offer an array of services to all professionals. Speakers, coaches, and professionals is who we particularly like to work with. So if you are a professional and you know you need help, or maybe you're having issues figuring out what to delegate or hand off to someone else, let's have a conversation and I can help you with that. So I started Tiger Eye Solution, took a training, built my business, and then built a team. And that's what it is today. Love what I do. I love getting up and doing what I do every single day. And then this is my why. This is why I get up and do what I do every single day. This is my family. My husband, Jeff, my 3 children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, and then my daughter-in-law, Abby. And Caleb and Abby had these 2 beautiful little babies back in January. Hattie and JP are my 2 grandbabies. And Caleb's a firefighter. Abby's a special eds teacher. Matthew graduated college in 2021 and is enjoying his career. And then Alyssa just turned 16 earlier this week and just finished up her sophomore year of high school. So super proud of my family. And like I said, this is my why. This is why I get up and do what I do every single day. Okay, let's talk about speaking engagements, okay? And I know that may be scary for a lot of you, but it's not what you think it is, okay? So let's dive into it a little bit. And please, if you're coming on live, go ahead and put in the comments that you're here and where you're coming in from. I would love to hear that. And then again, if you're watching this later, use #replay. I would love to know that you are actually watching and learning something from what I'm sharing. All right. Because that's kind of what we're talking about today. All right. Speaking engagements is what we're talking about. And they can be scary. I get it. You will think that you're not good at it, as I did when I first started, but it may be something you need to do for your next steps of success to help move your business forward. Okay. So a little bit about my journey. I started doing lives and was scared to death. I really was. The very first time I did a live, I was scared to death. But I knew that if I was failing forward. Right? And you will do the same. It did get easier as I progressed and continued doing them on a regular basis. And it will get easier for you too. But the way I thought of it was I'm sharing information with people that want to hear the information or that need to hear the information that I'm sharing. Okay. Because that's really what it is, right? If you're doing a live or if you're speaking, you're sharing information that the people listening need to hear. Because that's like I said, that's really what it is. You're just sharing the information. And of course, I wanted to do a good job and provide value as well, right? So using visuals as I do, and I do have notes in case you see me looking down, sorry. It helps those that are listening or watching to help understand what you're talking about better, okay? So if you just have time to think about the people that is actually absorbing what you're sharing, just think about the value and the benefits that they're going to reap from learning about what you have to say and what information you have to share. Okay? Because that's very important. If it's important to you, it's going to be important to someone else too. Okay? So share it. So those that do need to hear it can hear it. I choose to speak about different topics around the professional world, but it's also topics about things that I do or use within my own business as well. Okay. Like I'm talking about speaking engagements today. What am I doing today? I am speaking. This is a live and I am speaking and sharing information, right? So just know that everything's going to be okay, right? Just do it. Do it scared if you have to do it scared, as I did the very first time. It's going to be okay. Like I said, if you're sharing valuable information, it's information that others do need to hear, okay? So I'm not sharing about what kind of talk to give, but how to make the most of it. Like I'm not going to give you topics to talk about. That's something you can choose and decide for yourself. Because, all our businesses are different. So, the topics that I talk about may not be beneficial for what you talk about or topics that I would suggest. You kind of have to figure out what's the best topics for you to talk about. What is it that you know a lot about that you can talk about, okay? Because the juice comes after you do your talk, okay? I know you're scared and you think it all has to be perfect, etc., but it really doesn't. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. You just need to get that information out there. And like I said, the juice comes after the speaking engagement's over. It's not intuitive, okay? You think it's all about that moment in front of the people that you're talking to or the audience that you're talking to, okay? Yes, that is important, but that's not how you make the biggest impact. A good rule of thumb is you should practice your talk out loud beforehand, okay? And that's not something I enjoy doing at all either. But to have the best talk experience or live experience, you have to do it, okay? So lock yourself in a bedroom or in the bathroom, talking from the mirror, kind of talking to yourself, etc. But say your talk out loud, practice your talk out loud before you actually do your talk, okay? Don't worry about who else around you may be hearing it. Just you need to practice it so that you're ready when the time comes for you to actually give your talk, okay? And also, you may want to think about the path that you're taking your audience down, the people that are listening to what you have to say. This will depend on the type or topic of talk that you choose to do, okay? But be sure you don't use a lot of jargon. If you are talking about something that you use or do within your business, don't use a lot of jargon words because your audience may or may not understand what you're saying if you're using a lot of jargon. And then you want to explain things fully as well. Like if your talk has different steps in it. Yeah, you want to name steps 1, 2, and 3, but you also want to break those steps down. Like say number 1, say that step and then explain it before you go on to number 2. That makes sense, okay? So just be your best self and just act like you're talking to a friend, okay? because like I said, those that are listening are going to find the value in what you're talking about and what you're sharing, okay? Then just tune other things out if needed, during the time that you're doing your talk. I guess well, not really talk, but performances started at a very young age. I was actually drum major in the band when I was in high school. I think I shared that on one of our questions recently in the Facebook group, that I was drum major in the band for 2 years. And so I started performing in front of large crowds at a very young age. Was I speaking? No, but I was still in front of a crowd leading others. Okay. Kind of the same thing, but not the same thing. Okay. So find an experience if you've had such an experience and kind of help you relate to doing a actual speaking engagement or a talk or a live or whatever it is you choose to do. There's different types of speaking engagements. So choose one, start small, and then work yourself up. Okay. Think of like 3 topics that you could actually let a lot about, and then choose one of them. And that could be your talk. Okay. So, I talk about different things such as newsletters and goals and your email inbox and, the different things that I use within my business to help you understand how to possibly use it in your business if it's something that you need to use within your business, something that would be beneficial for you within your business. Okay. And, these are things that I also help clients with. So just sit down and think about it. Think about the different things that you do and use within your own business that you know enough information about that you could talk about it. Okay. And like I said, it's already a part of your business, so you already know about it. Just share it. Okay. I'm sure there's various topics that you could probably choose from, but you just have to sit down and write down 3 and then choose one. Okay. So another example is being part of something like a summit. I shared this not too long ago too, that I was part of a summit recently. It was a recorded summit, so I didn't actually do it live. However, there was a large audience that listened to this summit and all these different speakers. I mean, as you can see in this photo, there was a lot of different speakers. I was not the only one. I'm going to be a part of another summit in June. I'm not going to be the only speaker. However, I'm sharing valuable information by agreeing to be a speaker in these summits. Okay. The audience that'll be listening to these summits can possibly utilize or, take advantage of the value that I'm sharing. And they'll do the same with you. Whatever value and topic that you share and talk about, they can utilize it, learn from it, implement it, whatever the case may be. If you have any questions, I know this was a different topic this week, and also a scary one for all you out there that don't actually speak on a regular basis. If you have any questions, please post your questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Or if you want to have a one-on-one conversation about this topic, I'll be happy to do that as well. Again, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, head on over to Facebook and join Relationship Communications. We would be glad to have you there, and start engaging with our other members. Network, introduce yourself, schedule one-on-one and coffee chats. That's how we get to know each other and support each other. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Happy holiday weekend. It is a holiday weekend this weekend, so I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you again next week.